Press play.
I asked him, is he ready? He says, press play. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TRT. Tonight you can see it on the board. TRD Productions, Super Bowl money. We're talking revenue tonight, people. we talking revenue tonight.
This is the Super Bowl we talking about.
Yes, it is.
So it shouldn't be something to get excited about, even though it passed already.
I don't know.
It was a very exciting game.
But to each in its own.
Why? Just because whoever chose
It made good money.
the side that lost, they still watched a good game. But then things come out. Then when you hear things about, this not the first year I've heard this, about it being rigged.
Money is a problem.
It don't seem like it.
Money's always a problem.
For who?
And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you turn, I can't.
For who?
There you go. Now we talking.
For who?
Because you get people to make Super Bowl money, and they're not paying these players. Now, according to what you just looked up,
For
it
who?
said it don't matter for who. Keep asking me for who. I'm telling you that there was money.
There was money or there is money?
They revenue. Let's say, all right, the Super Bowl has to make at least $100 million. Is that fair to say?
No,
We
it's
gonna
very
estimate it
unfair
there?
because it's been.
Okay.
It was more directed at a astronomical amount,
What's
just based on records from 2021
Okay.
when they did an advertisement censory of the
And how much?
review, and it stood a record at $485 million
485
generated in 2021.
million dollars.
That's before the increasing of all prices has
Before
been
the increase.
to ultimate high.
Before the ultimate high. This money was already flowing. Reason why I'm talking about it is how much does the players get? Now, mind you, NFL plus the Super Bowl. Now, mind you, the NFL is not the only one who makes money on the Super Bowl.
Of course not.
Someone made that clear to me. So you have vendors, T-shirts. You got people who are outside, tailgating,
Cleaning people. That's not
all
directed
that.
to NFL.
But I'm saying at the they play for the TV time, whatever. People pay the NFL for the commercials. We're gonna say $100 million. I'm gonna say the NFL grabs $100 million during the Super Bowl time.
No, it said 485 million, and that was 2 years ago
Okay, but I'm just saying. Okay.
when the increases wasn't as high as today.
Okay, $485 million. I don't want to say that today.
$500 million.
Okay, say $500 million, but I didn't want to
So
say
you're
that
trying
for
to tell
today.
me they make almost $500 million in one day,
In one Super Bowl, one event,
one swoop.
and the players don't even get cut $1 million checks. That's. Why
I've
I'm
never
talking.
heard of players being underpaid, unless
What?
I mean,
Wait,
go ahead.
you just grab your organization, which signs your check, just made $485 million.
Well, I wish I could think that way because
$485 million.
Hold on a second. Based
Okay,
on
I'm
the
based on-
corporate, based on the corporation which I work for, shouldn't I be getting more money then?
Yes.
If we're basing on what
Every time
what
you're-
the revenue of the business is.
Every time your business makes a revenue, you should make revenue too. You work for the company. Even if you work on a base salary, every quarter, every 3 quarters, they should give you a bonus if the company is doing that well. Now,
Right, but bonus is not matching the revenue.
what I'm trying to tell you is that you got these people who play it in the Super Bowl. Especially
Well,
these
I
athletes.
mean, I don't mean this funny, but damn the Super Bowl. I'm talking about my damn revenue. Then, if you saying that if it's unfair to them, how unfair is it to me?
It is very unfair.
Okay, back to the football then. I just want to understand them.
It is very unfair. The point is this. People make millions and millions of dollars owning organizations. And they got people who work for them who they don't pay properly.
How do you know?
I'm one of them.
Oh, part of the NFL organization that don't get paid properly.
I'm in a city organization that don't get paid properly.
Oh, I thought we were sticking on the NFL right now.
No, you want to talk about your job. I can't talk about mine.
Okay.
Okay, well, you talk about your job. I want to talk about mine too. But we can get back to the NFL.
So we talking about perks and everything?
I'm talking about everything.
Uh-oh.
There's no reason why an NFL player who's playing in the Super Bowl should not receive at least $50,000 to $60,000 on a bonus check.
And you don't think that's not happening?
No.
They get damn near that a game anyway.
No, I wish I had my phone. I would check. How much does the
NFL player get per game?
Yeah, because you on each level you get a bonus check for each level.
I'm not talking about bonus check, but you said, but based on the $50,000 you talking about,
listen to what I'm saying.
They get that per game.
They get their salary,
right?
They get their salary. That's fine. You get your regular salary per game because that's your extended. That's your game is extended. But when you reach the playoff, your check is a bonus check. There's a bonus check that comes with that.
Okay. Hold on a second.
That goes for each. Okay, go ahead.
Give me an average player's yearly.
Average football player?
Yeah, yearly.
I would say
just pick a player.
I would say at least 500,000.
No,
could be the minimum.
No, I'm not talking about minimum. What's their yearly?
For a player,
yeah,
I say 500,000.
So
the least minimum player on the team. Who
I didn't say the least. I said any player, good, bad, whatever. Brown. How much he makes a year?
I said, what Brown? Who's Brown? There's many of Browns.
So pick one.
You pick one. I don't know who Browns you talking about, man. There's many of Browns. You doing Brown? Who's Brown? Brown. Pick a Brown. Pick a Brown. Who's a Brown? I don't know who's a Brown. Look, let's just say this. You can't pick an individual because every individual doesn't get paid the same. So what I'm saying to you, you got some wide receivers who make more than others. Now, you get to the Super Bowl, you have a wide receiver who's on the other end of the team who may make $2 million a year, but you have another wide receiver who might make about $5 to $10 million a year. You gotta answer that.
No, that's what you was waiting for.
Oh yeah,
and you ain't got your phone.
I don't. Yeah, he's probably calling too. Talk to him. Tell him we in the house. How long you gonna be in? Oh man, it's recorded. Who cares? They can't see nothing there.
Ain't nothing. I'm laughing because we was recording something, and he's telling me, "Yo, answer the phone, man." I was like, "Yo, we recording." No, we not live. We recording this. How long you gonna be in the area? All right. We'll hit you up as soon as we done. All right.
But my thing is that when it comes to a bonus check,
it's done.
That's the matches.
I know.
When it comes to the bonus check, though.
Oh.
If you have a receiver on the other side making $2 million, and have this receiver on this side making $10 million, that happens, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, of course.
It's like when you play basketball, you got a point guard who may
you got LeBron making $17 million a year,
right.
Then you got somebody else guarding making $5 a year.
Now they both make the finals,
right?
Should they both be able to receive the same check?
They both in the same game.
But they should they both be able to receive? They don't receive the same amount of money during the year. Now we talking bonus.
Okay, so why should it be the same any other time?
We talking bonus checks here.
Okay, well they're on. Okay, now that I think about it, they probably on different statuses based on their pay.
Right.
Correct?
Okay.
So of course they're gonna get a different amount.
What I'm asking you is when it comes to playing it, because you get a bonus check. Forget the salary.
I heard that. So that bonus might be increased based on their status.
But should they get the same bonus?
I just said that. Their bonus is going to be based on the status that they're on.
It shouldn't be. It should be that every player.
It should be basic.
Every player whose name is on the roster, when you reach the Super Bowl, should get the same amount of check. I don't care if you're a star, if you're a superstar. Everyone should get the same.
In that case, you might as well say everybody should be getting the same pay.
I just said that.
I'm talking about
but you're
even in regular games.
You're looking at no. You should not get the same pay for Each club, each organization should pay their people the way they feel. I'm telling you, when whatever player reaches the Super Bowl that year,
Right.
it doesn't matter about salary. This is a bonus check. You keep going back to
No, I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm only going back there because everything is based on the kind of player you are.
That's why I just asked you, should they
Go
get the
ahead.
same amount as a bonus check?
And I said after I thought about it, I don't think they would based on their status.
And I said to you, I think that's unfair.
Okay.
There should any player, if your name makes that roster for that organization who's playing in the playoffs,
So you only have
You
2-3
should be able to
plays
get
in
a
the
check.
whole game that even have
be
you
able to get a
involved
check,
in.
though.
I didn't say you couldn't get one,
Okay.
but you're not gonna get the same check as what's his name right there?
Holmes.
Yeah, you're not gonna get the same check as him
Why not?
because he's in the whole game.
So what?
But we're talking.
A bonus check
You
has
talking
no-
reality, or you
Hold on,
talking? Or you
hold
talking
on.
what you think it should be?
Hold on. Not everybody. Let's understand something. When bonuses are given out in any job, any organization, any workplace, there are people who get a bonus check that don't deserve it. Am I correct?
Possibly.
There's no possible.
I don't know.
There's no possible.
I don't give them out, so I don't
There's
know.
no possible. That is direct and it's understood. There are people who may receive a check who don't deserve a check.
Okay.
Okay. Same thing goes in the Super Bowl. Yes, there might be a quarterback that might not play at all, but he's going to get the same check as play. It's a bonus check, man. It ain't the best man check. Now you could get a separate check because you're the MVP. You should get another check for that because you made MVP along with the trophy. Yes. But your bonus check for making the Super Bowl or the bonus checks for the playoffs
Should all be the same.
all be the same no matter what
and
level.
everybody pay should stay the same, other than the
You
bonus.
keep
check.
saying their pay. Why do you keep going with their pay? We're
Because
talking about
you
a
saying
bonus check.
okay, you said
Stop
so.
talking
Okay,
their
the bonus
salary.
check is
Stay
all the
with the
same.
bonus check.
The bonus check is like a Christmas
Is your
card.
bonus
Everybody
check
gets
is your
one.
bonus check part of your regular salary?
Nope.
Then stop mentioning it. Stop saying, yeah, this is it. No, it's not. Let's get the facts straight.
But
right
we
now.
don't all get the same bonus.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You said everybody should get the same
And
bonus.
you all should get the same. Just because one person gets a different bonus, everybody on the same level should get the same bonus. If you're on a different level, you should get a different bonus.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead,
Let
I'ma
me
let it
understand this. You saying everybody in the same area under the same department should be getting the same bonus, correct?
Right.
Okay. So what about you saying just on the basis of receiving a bonus, it should be the same? But if there's extracurricular activities that have taken place that cause somebody to get a higher bonus,
You ain't going to act like you'll
that's
sit
something
here
different.
and see me choking.
I'm supposed to go on with the show.
I'm sitting there choking. He didn't even.
I'm sorry. I am also a medical representative.
He don't even pat my back. He don't
No.
say you all right.
I'm sorry
That's crazy.
because I'm also a medical professional, and to my evaluation,
Oh, boy.
you was not suffering any
boy.
trauma to you that wasn't self-inflicted.
It wasn't. Trying to say, boy, that's a harsh way to say it. Stop doing what you do. Harsh. But anyway, like I said, at certain points in the level, now you get to the playoffs. This goes for any team, any organization. If the Knicks make the playoffs, the Knicks organization or the NBA, whoever it is, everybody on that team who make that roster should get a $5,000 bonus check, first round.
Even if you ain't playing.
Even if you ain't playing, you get a check. It's a check. You're on that
Okay.
roster.
Okay.
You get a check.
You still on the team as they move on to the next.
Right, 10,000.
whatever. Okay.
10,000 first round, 20,000 second round, and so on.
Okay.
Now you get to the championship, we rocking, everybody's on the roster. Now you get a bonus check. Now, because he's the point guard who plays every day, he should get a bigger bonus check than me. No, we all got here.
We got our bonus checks.
No matter what it took to get here for the year, we all had to
Okay,
put it.
let's put this on the flip side.
Even the
Flip
player
City.
who didn't play.
Hold on.
I'm
Put this
ready.
on the flip side.
I'm
Flip
ready.
side to that is why should the I'm about to curse. Why should the individual on the sidelines that's cheering get the same amount as me that almost broke my ankle doing that 360 pass to the 3-point line and hit the
Because he
3-point.
also had to participate
That caused to
to
win the
help
game.
you get to that 360 during
What,
practice.
cheering?
He still practiced with you. He's still part of the team. He still practiced. Like, even though he doesn't make the floor, that doesn't mean he's not a participant.
Do I have to hit you with the Kobe statement?
Do I have to hit you with the Kobe statement?
He wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Yeah, well, he wasn't with me when I signed the check.
So why is he getting it? That's
so why
the whole
he shouldn't
point.
get it? You can't say that a person okay. So
He should not get what I get.
Kobe Bryant should have got a bigger bonus check than Bynum when it came to being in the NBA Finals.
He did.
As far as playing or a bonus check, I mean.
So you keep choking. Well, we all got the bonus check. Okay.
No, because you're not.
If you want to throw an extra
you
check in
keep
there,
going on to the salary. It's
Okay.
not about the salary.
okay, you're right. You know what that is? You know what that bonus check is like?
Now
It's
we
like that.
talking.
It's like that Christmas card that the job gives out. That everybody gets one,
See what I'm saying?
and it's supposed to show their appreciation for your hard work throughout the year
And
and
how
all
many
of that.
times have you looked over and said, "Damn, that person got a bonus"?
No, that
They don't
no,
even
no,
do
no, no, no.
nothing.
Yeah,
Half
yeah.
the time that person
no,
even come
no,
to work.
you're right. That's that bonus check. You're exactly right.
You see what I'm trying to tell you?
That's only because of where I work.
But I'm trying
And
to
I
tell
don't
you,
agree with
what
that
if the-
method,
What if
but
NFL
that's what
players
it
do the
is.
same thing? What if they get in
Our
there?
NFL players unionize and they have unions and they have people to speak up for them, don't they?
But this is exactly why the union should be able to give everybody the same amount of check. Whoever puts in the hard work at the time on the field to get the team where they're going also had to have somebody help them prepare. So the person who practices with the team is just as important as the person who gets the dress. Now I'm not talking about the people who don't get the opportunity to dress. I'm talking about the people who just get the opportunity to dress. They just get the opportunity to dress, nothing else.
Okay.
So the people who practice, who don't get to dress at all, don't even get a bonus check. And they're on the team, they're just on the practice squad.
They're the ones setting up the ice buckets and all of that kind of
No,
stuff.
that's
what you're
not
talking
what
about?
that was
So
rude.
who you talking about then?
Forgive them.
So who you talking about then? I'm
I
trying
said
to clarify
practice
who you
squad.
talking
I
about.
said practice squad.
Oh,
You didn't
practice
hear.
squad. But
I
you
said
said they don't
practice.
suit up to play.
They
but
don't.
But they
Practice
practice
squad
with you.
people don't suit up to play, and they get
So what
checks.
happened when they get hurt?
They off the practice squad. Next man up.
I mean, are they fully covered medically?
As far as with the team, depends on how they sign.
Wait. What do you mean? Far as with, I'm sparring with, not sparring, but you know what I'm saying.
Because
I'm
they might-
practicing with the team.
That depends on the team. The team might have signed them to a practice squad medical contract, or they might have signed them to a 10-day contract, which cover them for.
So I'm playing with the athletes, but I can't even get the medical benefits if I get hurt just like them.
That part I'm not sure. You might be able to receive partial.
So medical
but-
is not part of revenue.
But medical is part of the organization. So because you signed with the organization under the practice squad,
Then you should be
still
fully
be able,
covered.
right?
Okay. All right.
That depends on the
That was
organization.
a good comeback.
I
Okay.
know it was.
I appreciate that.
I didn't even have to knock on the door.
I'm
Don't
sure.
do it. Don't do it. It was a good comeback. You got to accept it.
I
Don't
did.
be afraid of it.
I kind of gave it
I didn't
applause.
knock. Okay, well, thank you. I didn't see you put your hands together.
Not gonna happen.
Why not?
Applause
Are
on
you
the last
going to
second.
applaud
or
the
two.
man from a distance?
I done forgot it.
Come on, man. So let's get back to the football.
I said I forgot it.
Oh man, should they receive the same bonus now?
If you believe that, if that's what you consider, yeah, okay. You want to say that you get a bonus just for being on the team.
It's just like I told somebody. I never understood how players make more than a coach.
I thought about that for a while too.
How could players make more than the coach?
Because
If he's
the players got
mastermind-
but the
Go ahead.
players still got to perform. They still got to perform the feat that they're set out to perform. You're sending me out there to perform this feat. I have to perform it.
What world do you know where the pupil got paid more than the teacher?
Well, the light is the pay.
According to what I've learned in school, my education, there's a difference between a teacher and a professor.
Welcome to
coaches
social media.
have levels. You got some college coaches who make more money than pro coaches.
Some college coaches
Yes.
that make more money than pro. Really?
Really?
Well, maybe it's due to their longevity and productivity.
So the level means nothing.
It's a business. Because one business pays more than another, what makes that a bad of the
A high
business?
ranking business.
Of course. Now, okay, I don't know his name. The one that coached for Purdue, right? How long he been coaching for Purdue?
Let's stick with football for a minute.
Wait a minute, you the one that saw about college.
I am. I'm going to college football. I am. Hold on.
Well, that's what that's.
Wait, I'm gonna make a good example. This way, I know you'll understand what I'm saying a little better. So we had the situation, remember, with Deion Sanders. And I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to bring it to you better so the people can get a better enlightenment of your answer. You know Deion Sanders went through the situation with Jackson State, right?
Yeah.
And then he left Jackson State to move over to Colorado, which was absolutely, positively more money.
Right.
That's that type of situation. So you have this situation where you have a college coach, right, who may sit there and make $4.4 million for the next 3 years, which will probably be with bonus and incentives and wins and losses, probably anywhere between $1.5 to $2 million a year with incentives, right? Plus his regular salary.
Okay.
And you got NFL coaches who don't even make that much.
Okay.
And I understand what you're saying because they're two different organizations.
It's a job, and it's just like any other job. When one person has more experience or more clientele or backing or whatever you want to call it, training, or just has a better track record,
But when
they
you get
could be
to
paid more.
But when you get to that level,
What you mean, as in pro and college?
right? You have there's
You your pay supposed to increase because now you're in a professional surrounding,
as a coach, yes.
but you're still a coach.
As a coach, yes. Imagine
Okay.
imagine you're a coach who's making $1.5 million who has to tell a $20 million player what to do. How hard is that if that player doesn't respect you? Because he'll really realize, like, yo, I got enough that I can get rid of you. Obviously, I'm worth more to the team than you are if they're going to pay me more.
Okay.
And I think that's where sports kind of went backwards. When you kind of pay the players more than you pay the coaches, what are they really learning? So basically, you're only winning because you were able to buy the talent, not because you coached them. So when was the last?
But you have to coach the talent. I've heard that before. But
I
you have to
understand
coach the
that.
talent, and with the talent becomes becomes a higher degree of attitude.
So they have to respect you first because they damn sure not respecting your paycheck.
Well, they didn't gotta respect your paycheck because that's not what they did to respect.
Mm-hmm.
They did respect your teaching and training and what they're gonna supposedly learn throughout this process in the ending goal of winning games.
To a certain extent.
What do you mean? To a
To a
certain
certain
extent, that's
extent.
not the ending goal.
For some players, yes and no.
I don't know what that means.
So some players, the goal is to get a ring. For some players, the goal is to earn as much money as they can before their career is over.
But if you get a ring, you're doing both of those at the same time.
No.
No.
Because you could be a player who's part of a program who people only see you making no more than $2 million a year, but you're always part of a winning team. It's like perfect example, and I'll keep using basketball, although we got football on the screen. Let's use example Robert Ory. Robert Ory wasn't one of your highest paid
Right.
basketball players, but he got 3 rings with 3 different teams at 3 different times in his career.
Right.
And he was not the most expensive. I mean, he wasn't the highest paid player on the floor.
Correct.
But he was the most acknowledged because without him, neither one of these teams would have won that ring.
I would not say that.
Yeah, I'm
That
gonna
to the
say that.
fullest.
I'm gonna say that.
He was a big part of the wins, but I would not say that they wouldn't have won without him.
Okay, that's fair enough. We could even go with that. He was a big part of the wins.
He was
I agree.
definitely a big part of all the wins.
All the wins. From Houston,
He
San
played
Antonio,
a part. He played a
and
part.
for,
He went there. He done his job.
and for L.A. So I'm going to say yes. But my point I'm just trying to make is he was very underpaid. He did not get paid for his wealth, but yet he still performed at a high level.
Well, first of all,
Go ahead.
he did because he was under contract, something he had to accept.
I understand that, but my point is, at what point does a player, even at that caliber, he's going to make more than his coach, but he's going to make less with the organization because even with that talent, the way he shoots, the way he did his thing, whatever, how big was his bonus check compared to somebody like Kobe's or somebody else as we compared before? Because to them, he wasn't worth that much.
To who? He was worth that much. That's why on
He was
each
only
team.
worth what they can pay him.
Nah.
Okay, I'm
Well,
just being honest.
what you mean he's only worth what they could pay him?
Because like you said, he had a contract.
Right,
Okay,
he accepted that contract. He could have got more if he held out if he wanted to.
I don't think so.
He liked what he was. I guess he liked the situation he was being put in with the group that he was being put in. I mean, that he was being put with.
What? You said he liked the group.
He liked the group, the players when they took him to be on that team. They took him based on him serving a purpose, filling a spot.
Pretty much.
He did because he was good at doing that, and that's what he did.
Pretty much.
And that's what he did. And they paid him a certain amount of money for doing that. So he's not supposed to get the money that Jordan got or Shaq got or whatever you want to call it.
Who's Shaq?
Shaq.
Chad. Oh, I know Shaq. All right, so I'm just saying, not to jump from football to basketball, basketball to football, but I'm just saying at this point in time, you have players who have reached the Super Bowl, and as much money as they're making, a lot. I mean, it's even with the people who was able to sell the jerseys. Players are not getting a piece of that either. They don't get a piece of the jerseys either. I think that stinks too.
Okay. Well, wait a minute. Let's back up a little bit.
Let's back up.
When you sat down,
Bless you.
Thank you. When
I should have
you
just
sat
went
me
on
down,
with the show.
Yes, you should have. When you sat me down and told me, well, not sat me down, but started chatting with me about today's show, it was supposed to be about some type of corruption. Can we get to that part?
Yeah, we can. We can talk about
Let's go
that.
there.
Let's
Give me
fade
an
out with that.
understanding of that.
Let's fade out with that.
Go
So what's happening now is that there's a lot of speculation, allegation, stuff being tossed around about the Super Bowl may have been fixed. Now, we went through this before with the NBA referees fixing certain games, making certain calls. Is it possible that this could be the situation in football? It's not the first time these allegations came up. It's not the first time they were spoken in such high regards as people believe. And then you got fans out there who say they got proof, who believe that.
How's a fan gonna have proof
don't
of something like that?
I don't know.
That I don't know how that is.
I don't know. I don't even know how.
You talking about Super Bowl corruption? That should have been the title of the show. Super Bowl corruption, allegedly. Let's throw that out there.
I said allegedly.
No. I'm just reiterating allegedly.
Allegedly. Throw that out there.
So is it? Yeah. So it's supposed to be alleged that Kansas City was going to win anyway.
I don't know.
Okay, so
I can't see.
I mean,
because I don't know, how could you rig football? Do you have to, like, do you get a
there had
touch
to have been
with
some people involved.
Yeah, but who do you get involved? Like, is it the referee? Who's involved? Who's coaches, players? Somebody got to do something wrong for you to notice it wrong. And why is it such?
That has to go from referee to players to coaches to.
Why is it such a big?
Don't say a big deal.
Well, I don't want to say big deal, but why is it such a major issue now? That's what I'm saying. Why now?
You have to ask the ones that have proof. That's all I can say about that.
I'm not going to say that I'm shocked or I'm surprised at the allegations of against the NFL or against anybody who's doing the Super Bowl.
Wait a minute.
But it is a possibility of a lot of things.
Wow. They even got they got something about 2023. It is estimated that the Super Bowl-related consumer spending in the United States stood at about $16.5 billion.
See what I mean?
In 2023.
And the players don't get nothing.
You keep talking about the players.
Because
nothing.
man, these are ones getting that concussions in their head, man. You making all this money.
And they're getting millions of dollars to get concussions in their head.
Man,
I mean, they the ones that it's them doing it. They don't have to accept it.
Wow.
They know the consequences.
That's not cool, man.
That's not cool.
This because listen.
No, I'm saying you know the consequences of playing football.
Wow.
Wow. Don't you have a choice to play football?
Yes.
Well, that's my only point. Who the money should go to? I mean, shit, getting $10-15 million a year. I think that's sufficient at any job. I'm sorry. I think that's sufficient at any job. And then they only work 6 months a year.
A football player doesn't make $10-15 million a year unless he reaches certain incentives. So he might have to have a certain amount of tackles, a certain amount of catches, a certain amount of yards.
Wait a minute.
Certain amount of throwing yards. Yes.
So that's the wrong sport?
The only thing he might get that's guaranteed might be the signing bonus.
What's Holmes?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Let me go to some pay.
Yeah.
Let me go look up something because he don't know nothing.
I know enough.
You don't know the answer to my question.
I know he make enough. Shit. Enough that he don't need me in his life.
Shit.
Yes.
Give me a football player.
I just did.
Who?
Patrick Holmes. Look him up.
Okay. Hold on.
He's
Damn.
gonna ask me who.
Hold on.
He said, who boy in the picture there? I said, Holmes. He said, yeah. He gonna go to
Okay, but that was a while ago.
He go to the lookup, and then he gonna tell me give him a play.
No, that was a while ago. I thought you had somebody else in mind you wanted to. Yeah, exactly. You can do. Hold on, I'm trying to. Oh, I see the 5,000 yards in
I
single
like
season.
podcasting like this.
Okay, wait. Okay, 10-year. 10-year contract extension worth $477 million.
Oh my God!
With another $26 million in potential bonuses for a total of $500 million for 10 years.
See?
Okay, you see this is what I'm saying. Now, you don't think that's enough money?
No, because you got to look at his incentives. What he has to do.
I don't care about his incentives.
Listen to what I'm saying. Wait,
okay,
listen to what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
The first 2-3 years of that contract, he probably gonna make $30 million off the top. But he's gonna get about $10 million.
Let's stop there. $30 million a year. I don't care what.
I didn't say $30 million a year. I said in 3 years he's gonna make $30 million. You didn't let me finish, which means he might. In the first 3 years of that contract, he might make $10 million in a year. So,
I doubt that.
Listen how this works.
Go ahead.
He's never going to see that $400 million.
Why?
Never.
Why?
Because they're going to opt out of that.
Well, who going to opt out of it?
Look. Let me tell you how this works.
Go ahead.
You throw out a number, right? He say, "Yeah, man, I'm worth $400 million." Yes, Patrick, you are worth $400 million. So you sign him. You sign him for $400 million.
10 years.
10 years, right? Mm-hmm. Now count that. That's $40 million a year, right?
No.
Go ahead. He signed for $400 million.
So $500 million total, 10 years.
Forget the bonus.
$475 million.
So he signed for five. Okay, we'll round it off to $500 million. That's $50 million a year.
40 million, yeah.
Okay, there's
$50 million a year. Go ahead.
There's no organization that could afford to pay that. So they know they probably could afford to pay him $100 to $150 million for 3 years. So they're probably going to opt out of that after the second year, which will come with a bonus buyout. So that's why you give him
second year.
Yeah.
He got a 10-year contract.
So what that mean?
And the second year buyout.
Yeah, the second year you probably don't want to pay him no longer. That's how it works. I'm telling you. That's how it works. They might not even let it go for maybe 2 to 3 years. You're talking about a team paying somebody $50 million a year, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
On a revenue of course, where you're only gonna make during the season maybe
a couple of billion?
Nah, I don't even think that much during the season. You're talking about the Chiefs.
Crazy.
I say the Chiefs probably grabbing maybe $700 to $800 million a year, and they probably after
$700-800 million a year.
Yeah, a season. Yeah.
That's all their revenue is.
Yeah, just for, and I'm only counting.
Regular season, no
I'm only
playoffs.
counting home games because you got to remember they play half and half. So you're talking about maybe 8 games at home with the average of maybe.
So you trying to tell me when they say a player getting $50 million a year, he's not getting $50 million a year? That's
No,
what you're
sir.
saying.
No,
Okay.
sir. When he said he signed for 400 and something million and 36 guaranteed, which means they guaranteeing you your $36 million up front. Now, he has a signing bonus. And his bonus is you can get an extra 26 million, which they know he's going to break within the next 2 to 3 years. So once he hits that 26 million bonus, he probably going to walk away out of that 475 million. He probably going to walk away with at least 150 to maybe 200 million dollars tops in his pocket.
In 10 years or in how many years?
I say within the next 4 years.
So he's still getting $50 million a year.
Well, it seems that way if he can make the 4 years. But knowing the Chiefs and knowing that the person who put that contract, he probably going to opt out of him in the second year. So in the second year, you probably buy him off on the full-time bonus by hitting him off with buyout for maybe 30 to 40 million and letting him go somewhere else where he could sign another lucrative contract.
He ain't going nowhere.
Shit, man, quarterbacks come and go, bro. Sure.
You crazy. What
Man,
quarterback come and
listen,
go?
man.
If you ain't shit, you come and go. A
Man,
quarterback like
listen,
him ain't
man.
going. Wait a minute. He was number 15.
Man, come on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Man.
2017.
Man, he's a good quarterback, but he's listen, the Chiefs are smart. They just not stupid.
Second Super Bowl champion.
You lock him in.
Second Super Bowl MVP.
You lock him in.
Second Super Bowl most valuable player. Offensive player of the year.
You lock him in.
Second team All Pro. First team All Pro. NFL passing touchdowns. Man, his career is astronomical, man.
His career is astronomical, man.
You gotta look at it.
You gotta read the
Career in passing. Minimum $1,500
$1,500.
yards.
You have to
1,500
look.
attempts.
You have to look at what his contract is what consists of his contract. Don't look at his history.
I
What consists of his contract?
What consists of his contract.
Because it
That's
might
all
tell
they
you
did.
that it opts out in 3 years. With the option of 3 years. You gotta
It
look
says $477 million with another $26 million potential bonus. Oops, wait a minute. Just lost it. Sorry, folks. We lost it.
No, go back.
Ooh, wait a minute. $675 million. Who the hell is that?
Who is that?
There's some contracts out here, Jack.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go, Patrick Mahomes.
It's
$503 million.
It's some contracts out
Average per year, $41 million a year.
here. Yeah.
That's what he's
But
getting.
you have to look at his incentives. It ain't just gonna give you he gotta have incentives to get that 41 million. What's wrong with you? He gotta throw a certain amount of touchdowns. They gotta catch that motherfucker. All
Contract
that.
length 10 years to 2020.
Looking at with man, he don't want to listen to me, man. And this is the money man of the team. Lord have mercy.
I'm looking at the money.
Boy, you don't.
Money ain't adding up.
If we going to do our negotiation, let me do the talking.
No, because you're going to have our dollars making sense.
Nah.
Yeah,
I'm
nah.
going to turn my cents into dollars. Because ain't no way you going to tell me you not understanding that they not going to get that man no $41 million a year without incentives. He going to have to throw a certain amount of touchdown. But
He's not doing that?
I don't know.
I'm telling you,
You
he
have
is.
to look what the new contract
I'm
asks
telling
for.
you, he is.
Look what the new contract asks for. You just saw his past season. He just got a new contract. You just
2020.
You just said it yourself.
This is 23.
Okay, so
It
maybe
ain't new anymore.
so he's at the end of the contract.
He's not at the end of the contract. His contract not up to 31.
He's at the end of the contract.
Okay,
man. He about
so
to
you
go
saying
there.
he not gonna be in Kansas City for the next 2 years?
I say next year might be his last year.
Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna have this conversation
gonna
again.
have this
This is
conversation.
recorded, and yeah, okay.
I know the Chiefs ain't that damn stupid.
That's not stupid. Look at the money he just brought them from the years he been there. He's been there 3 years. He done got how many? Wait, he been there more than
2
3 years.
Super Bowls.
Exactly.
2 Super Bowls.
In 3 years.
Okay. So he's worth 400 and something, 500 million.
It seemed like it. They gave him the money. They paying him. American football.
Boy, them Chiefs.
They became Chiefs since they got him there.
Blow it down. Put your Hawks
Agreed to
in
10
there.
years, $503 million.
And 26. Oh no, it's 475
Extension,
million.
extension.
Okay.
So that means he got some of that in the prior years he was there.
Right. Which means the next year might be his opt-out year.
There
I'm
ain't gonna
telling
be
you.
no opt-out year.
All right. You got to look at the opt year.
He ain't opting out of nowhere. They gonna pay him that money. How you not gonna pay him? He bringing you Super Bowls. How you not gonna pay him?
I wouldn't give a damn. He was bringing me ice cream.
Ah, well, that's why you sitting here without
Ain't
ice
nobody
cream.
paying his ass. Anyway, let's get up on out of here, man. This has been the TRT show. We going to have to soon drop the living room, man. We just going to have to be TRT Productions. Ran and told
room.
on the TRT Production.
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now when we have our guests, we could just show they picture and flash it. You know what I mean? That'll work for us. Anyway, good night, people. Don't call us. We won't call you. This way there will be no miscommunication. Y'all have a sweet and
And I respect
blessed
those that
day.
still wash their hands.
Amen. Good night.